I don't like the way they did CP, bro.
Karma, man.
Like,
Karma real.
Are you like a big, huge CP fan?
I'm not a big, huge CP fan.
I always hated CP3, but
Yeah.
I don't like how they did him either.
Listen,
Him and Mello, like
He should have never came. Mello. Yeah, I was pissed about that.
yeah.
him and
I don't
Mello.
think we should have picked up CP.
Listen,
He was balling,
CP though. If CP doesn't get
I
hurt,
won't move anymore, I promise.
if CP doesn't get hurt those times, we might be NBA
He only got hurt
champion.
once.
What about the so the last time he was getting injured off and on, right?
No, he got injured once.
And that was the year though.
No. The year was 2017 when KD went down. That was the year. There was no excuses after that. KD went down. Y'all was up.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you lose that series.
But the year before 16, when he gave Steph the shimmy back.
Yeah.
And
and
then God came and took his hamstring.
Yeah, took his hamstring.
Yeah, the basketball guys don't play.
Yeah, but still, man, that was if
that
he
was
don't
tough.
go down, bro,
Yeah,
we win that series. And for them to just get rid of him, why? Like, why would you do that? It's crazy. We rolling or what? Yeah, this episode 11, man. We in here, man.
Yes, sir.
We was just talking a
11.
little basketball here. I'm your host, Freaky Phil.
It's your boy Bola.
Steph here.
I think this is our first time all being together, like just us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three of us.
Yeah. Steph. It's
Hey.
just us, man.
I know.
But let's jump right into it. A couple weeks ago, Kobe, Nike released the kicks of Kobe Bryant. I think they had a week-long kicks of Kobe Bryant.
Mhm.
Is
Yes,
that correct?
sir.
Like a
R.I.P.
week-long.
Kobe.
And everything.
R.I.P. to Kobe the Great, man. They released a bunch of his kicks.
They released
a lot of.
They released the championship kicks. They
Mhm.
released his Laker home kicks, and they released the girls EYBL kicks,
Mhm.
and then the undefeated pack
Yep.
Also a Kobe
jersey, the
Jerseys,
Mamba
yeah.
jersey, the 8 on the front and 24 on the back.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
They had like little Mamba like camp or something, a virtual camp for like
Oh,
the young
wow.
girls.
they did a lot.
Like it
man.
was dope.
super dope.
So Kobe means a lot to mostly everybody that's in tune with basketball.
Yeah.
And a lot of Kobe's fans, the ones that have really been by his side, are not very pleased with the opportunities that they have been presented on getting his shoes, his memorabilia, and the jersey, just the whole Kobe week thing. I know Bola is a huge Kobe fan,
Yeah.
so I'll let him take it from here.
I think Nike dropped the ball. I'm gonna just be blunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nike dropped the ball, and I think the resellers got to all of it.
It's shameful.
With that being said, with a Mamba week, I think there should be mass-produced shoes, mass-produced jerseys, mass-produced memorabilia. Anything should be mass-produced to get rid of the resellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on and tried to get everything that was available. My wife tried to help me get everything that was available to no avail.
Mm-hmm.
It was selling out in seconds. There's no
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It was.
There's no way any of that stuff should sell out in seconds, because when these shoes were dropping, nobody was copying them except his Kobe
Yeah.
fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. That's
Now
correct.
that he's passed, of course you want to honor him and purchase it.
Mhm.
But if you're purchasing to reselling, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But I wonder, would it be possible for Nike to go to, or maybe even Vanessa or somebody, to go to like StockX and GOAT or something like that and say, hey, like what would it take for y'all to not allow resellers to sell Kobe's?
And I did a little breakdown. I forgot who I was talking to, but we did a breakdown of how much these companies are actually making on this stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, for example, if you're selling a pair of Kobe's,
Mhm.
say I'm selling it to you for $500, right? StockX and GOAT are probably making $16.
Mhm.
And then they'll charge you for shipping, which they're not paying for. They're just bulk
Right.
shipping and
Mhm.
sending things out. So let's say on a pair of Kobe's, they're making $40.
It's
They're only
crazy.
making $40.
Yeah.
They can cut them out. There has
say,
to be a
hey,
way.
you can say, hey, we're not selling any Kobe's
Yeah.
on our site. Go to eBay if you want to. But on our site, we're going to honor him, and we're not letting y'all, because Nike did it for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nike stopped,
Shut it down.
and said,
Like
no,
real quick.
this is not what we're doing. We're going to
Yeah.
honor the man, let his people get what they want, but
Yeah.
nah.
Let me ask you this: since it's he passed earlier this year, and this is really the first year of the
Here's
kicks
the
coming
first
out,
Mamba week
right,
Mhm.
without him
him.
being here. So I'm sure that they knew that the response was probably going to be overwhelming. Let's see what they do the second year.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
hoping.
Oh yeah, I'm
they do.
interested to see
Yeah,
what they
Yeah,
do.
I'm hoping
they
they
have
do
to do
better.
something. There's no way. For example, KC hit me up about the jersey as well,
Mhm.
and he was like, "Bo, did you get the jersey?" I said, "Man, nah, I struck out, and my wife struck out also." He was like, "Man, it's on eBay for $900 right now."
Wow, 900.
I said, "What? $120 jersey?"
Wow, that's crazy.
I said, "Nah." So luckily, my wife just went ahead and bought me a Mitchell Ness Championship Kobe jersey.
Yeah.
So I'm good.
Shout out to your
Yeah.
wife, man. She the
Right.
best.
Yeah,
Did any one of you guys hit on?
I did. I got the undefeated pack.
man.
Ooh.
I'm excited
jealous.
about
I'm
that
jealous.
too. I
Ooh.
don't know if I want to play in them. Like my heart's telling me I gotta lace them up and put some
Right.
shots up.
Yeah.
You know, because that's the only time I wore Kobe's.
Right.
Yeah.
Was to play basketball in them.
Yeah.
It wasn't for anything else. And it just takes me back to like college days.
Right.
Like I really loved playing in Kobe's.
Mhm.
You know, receiving Kobe's from Kobe. Like that was
That's
sick.
awesome.
Mhm.
So I'm just like, do I play in them or do I just put them, in a shrine somewhere, on the wall?
If it's a tradition, I say playing them and then
Yeah.
shrine them up.
Yeah.
Me, I would play in them because, man, I love Kobe's. Like, they are the best basketball shoe to play in. If I'm
Without a
just
doubt.
being perfectly honest, and since I ruptured my Achilles, like Kobe did, I was just thinking, like, I know that he makes his shoes
Mm-hmm.
for people like me. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I always tapped into, like, all right, I got to get these Kobe's. The high top joints. What you got?
Yeah.
What number was that? 10?
I don't even.
What number?
No, it
Kobe
wasn't
was
10.
it?
I couldn't even tell you what number it was.
I can't remember. But anyway, after I
Those
ruptured
were
my
comfortable.
Achilles, I was like, I have to play in those. Like,
Mhm.
I have to play in those. I end up not getting them, but yeah, Kobe shoes are the best. His basketball shoes are the best.
Yeah.
Hands down.
And Nick Young said it bit. When Kobe
Nine.
9,
Nines.
Kobe 9. Okay.
So Nick Young sent a tweet out.
I seen that.
And
I seen that.
he directed it towards Nike as well as like the resellers.
Mhm.
So he was just saying how true Kobe fans didn't get to partake in Mamba
Mhm.
Week because
Mhm.
all the resellers took everything from them.
Mhm.
And that's big coming from Nick Young because
Yeah.
Nick Young has the money to go buy whatever he wants to
Yeah,
anyway.
for sure.
exactly. And
So-
I think it's going to take people like him and the players to
Right.
say, hey, Nike, you got to do something about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Let LeBron say it.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Like, that's going to put some pressure on him. Like,
Yeah.
It's gonna sell
You
out.
gotta
If it's
pull
gonna
it.
sit on the shelf, let it sit on the shelf. But
Yeah.
make enough for true Kobe fans and people who grew up on Kobe and people who love Kobe to be able to get his stuff.
Mhm.
Before we leave from discussing Kobe, since last month was Kobe, we was celebrating Kobe week. Give us your favorite Kobe moment.
My favorite Kobe moment, I'm gonna say, I got two.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be the alley-oop to Shaq against the Blazers.
Ah, yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
Because I remember sitting in my room
Mhm.
sad, like, dang, we going out like this.
Mhm.
And because Blazers, and that was our rival at the time, and
Mhm.
that I remember Kobe tossing that alley to Shaq and Shaq dunking it and Shaq running to Kobe with his two
Right,
hands.
right,
That
right.
was a moment. And then I'm gonna have to say the 60-point game. It wasn't pretty.
Mhm.
Right.
Which one?
His last game.
Oh, the 60. Oh man,
It
gave me
wasn't pretty.
goosebumps.
It wasn't pretty at
Yeah.
all. But that was one of I was emotional that game.
Yeah,
like,
man, I know
like,
you was.
for real emotional. Like,
Yeah.
man, he's gonna do it.
Yeah,
And then to get the dub with the 60, man, it was
yeah. What about you, Steph? What are your Kobe? Let's get everybody give two.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. For me, I don't think it's a moment.
Mhm.
The year after like he's had a great career. And then the year after he tore his Achilles, like I just think like his perseverance, I just love that about him.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like that's the one thing, because I mean, I've been a Kobe fan, not a Laker fan. So if I'm watching, I'm only watching Kobe. But I think like everything he does in his perseverance and how he went through that whole year, like coming back from a serious injury like that at the age that he was and playing so many years, like that to me, it said a lot about him and who he was. And I think a lot of the younger players took that mentality like from that year that he had, from that injury, and it just kind of like took their career to a different level. Like a lot, he turned into a coach. I think that was like the transition to where like he really turned into a coach, and he was like transitioning out kind of.
And people forget that Kobe came back that year. It was a year after the Achilles injury, came back that year, played maybe 10, 15 games, and then broke his kneecap.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's like,
it was his kneecap.
Oh, it's like his. It was like his kneecap. It was somewhere.
I thought it was his shoulder. No, that was the following year.
Yeah, he had messed up his knee. He broke his kneecap, and he was out for. So it's like stuff like that.
It was like that little that in between. Like, okay, you know, you're starting to get a little old. Like, not even old, but like seasoned. Like you've been in the league for a long time.
Right, for
sure. Now it's time for you to start thinking about, okay, now what am I going to start doing with the women?
His whole personality changed.
Completely switched. And I loved it because then he's always been a fan of women's basketball, but you really started seeing him like show up to the games. You know, his
going
daughters,
to Sparks games and wouldn't go into Lakers games.
Yeah.
Like you see Kobe at a Sparks game and
skills, man.
Exactly.
And you'd be like, Kobe.
And that's when you really started seeing more videos of him coaching his daughter at home.
Right.
And it's like, wait, like your daughter is like,
that's when Gigi
you know what I mean?
That's when you started seeing Gigi.
And so you really started to see that transition. And that's what I like love the most. Like you really started to see that other side and kind of how he was going to drift into retirement.
Right.
For me, I actually got a chance to listen to Kobe talk. So I got invited to Adidas camp in 2000, and it was purely by accident. We had a tournament, big time tournament, and I had a good showing at that tournament. The tournament was hosted at my high school, Jack Yates, and the Adidas camp was major. It was like the year 2000, and they were just like, just come. Like it wasn't like I got the letter or anything. Just one of the camp counselors told me, come, you know, you had a good showing, you deserve to play. So I went. I got a chance to see a 10th grade LeBron. I seen Carmelo. I seen who else did I see? I seen Sebastian. But the highlight
was
of course
there too, huh?
Who was?
What's his name from New York?
The kid that they chose that was picking over Bron for a little while. I forgot his name, but they did a documentary on him. I can't remember his name, but he was loud, man.
For real?
That's something that I remember. He was loud. He talked a lot of noise.
But he was cold.
He was nice. He was
Real
nice. He was older than everybody too. But Kobe came and talked. And while Kobe was talking, he was talking like when you gonna play me, that type of stuff. And you can see that clip on some documentary. I think it's his documentary actually, but I was lucky to be in that space, man. And Kobe was giving out shoes. This is the Kobe's, the spaceship looking ones. You know, you do interviews at those camps and stuff. And I had to run and do an interview, and I see everybody coming back with their box. Like Kobe box for that specific shoe was slid out. It was clear. It was a cool box, right? So I'm like, yo, I gotta go get this shoe, right? So I got close to Kobe. I'm like, hey, yo, I ain't get my shoe. Like, but I'm talking to Kobe Bryant. He's like, nah, you gonna get one. Don't worry about it, yo. He said, don't worry about it, yo. I was like, yo, he talk fly. You know, I'm from Houston. I wasn't used to that slang, but man, I got those shoes for going into my senior year. And man, I just played my butt off my senior year, bro. Like
Mhm.
I played my butt off, and I never forget that. And my younger brother is a huge Kobe fan. I'm talking about he had the Kobe fro and everything.
Was
And
this Q?
yeah, Q. He
Yeah,
had
that's why me and Q get along,
yeah,
man.
man. He had the fro and everything, and I said, man, look, Kobe gave me these shoes, bro. Like not from his hands to mine,
Yeah.
but he gave us all these shoes, and he used to sleep with them.
Yeah,
You know what I
Q.
mean? But
Dang.
and then of course rupturing my Achilles. Like I cried.
Yeah.
I was playing with you guys
Yeah.
that day. I ruptured it, and as I was walking off, I was crying, and I was like, yo. I just gotta
First thing
think
you
about
said
Kobe.
was, "I'm done."
Yeah, I was like,
It feels like I'm done. I was like, man, what if you
Yeah.
don't limp off the court? And
I was limping. When I was limping, my foot was flapping, and I was like, "Oh my god!" So I sat in the car and cried like 45 minutes before I left because I had to tell my girl who begged me, "Don't go play today."
Dang.
She begged me.
She was
So-
right.
So when I called her and told her, I think I ruptured my Achilles. She was like, "I told you,
I told she had to get that out. She had to get that out.
I told you. But so I looked for him like what you said. When I seen his documentary, I started looking more into it. It was Muse, I believe that's the name of it. And I was like, this is what Kobe would do, man. And that stuck with me through the whole entire rehab, and I worked my ass off. I'm not gonna lie. Matter of fact, I was in there with one of the Agumake, is that correct? One of the sisters, man. Her foot is big. Hey, I love you. You cold. Her foot was so big, bro.
Was it NECA or Shanae?
It was
the one who
which
tore
one
it
played for the
is-
Sparks?
They both did.
of them.
Oh,
it
both
was
of them did.
Shanae. It had to have been because she was
Because
the one that
because
had
she had tore her ACL.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's who was sitting next to me.
Yeah.
On the rehab. Yeah, her foot was big. Yeah, she had to wear like a 15. So, but
Shanae.
she was pretty though. She pretty. She pretty. Yeah, but nah, Kobe, man, he's the best, bro.
I feel
he's the
you on
best.
that though, because I wore his high tops coming out of college, but I switched over to the high tops because I felt like, like this is what he wore, after the Achilles. I'm coming off of 4 ACLs. So I'm like,
man.
I gotta at least try him out. It has to be something because
Right.
I know he's not just gonna put this sneaker together
Right.
without some type of like real technology,
Oh, yeah.
behind it.
Absolutely.
And so I ran that shoe down.
Man,
I played until I
Remember-
couldn't play in those
I
anymore.
remember the first time I put on Kobe's and people was looking at me like, you hooping in low top sneakers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I'm like,
Like,
yeah,
low
Kobe
tops?
doing it.
Yeah.
And I started explaining to like people the same way Kobe explained it. So you don't see soccer players out there complaining about sprained ankles. They're
Yeah.
cutting more than basketball players.
Yeah.
They're doing all this. So I was like, man, Kobe,
There's an
you a
explanation.
genius. I'm
He
gonna do the
is.
same thing.
He's so smart, bro.
Yeah.
He's so smart.
Shout out to Kobe, RIP, man.
man.
Dearly missed.
That's a tough one, bro.
But that
It really is. It's tough to talk
ranking,
about.
they say rank your celebrity deaths 1 to 3, man. Is 1, 2, and 3 is Kobe for me. Like,
Dang, man, that's I
Tough.
don't even know what to say. Here recently too, we lost a superhero, Mr. Chadwick
Chadwick.
Boseman, and we just want to send our condolences to his family. And even though this is a sneaker show, I think that we definitely want to give our praises to him, man, because they say this man was diagnosed with this stuff 4 years ago or something
Yeah.
like that.
2016.
Yeah.
And he brought us all of that magic. Like, yo,
Man.
he is really a superhero.
Oh yeah. No
and like
doubt.
in real life.
In
Yeah, no
real
doubt.
Like he
life.
was visiting like cancer, the kids.
And he had it himself.
And he had it himself. Like nobody knew. And then, you see, I would hate to be one of those people that were commenting on his post when he was posting and he looked real frail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
my
And they
remember.
were
wife said
talking
that.
negative.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't,
And
like
I-
I don't understand it. Like the first thing that
At
came to my
all.
mind when I saw him the first time, I was like,
Get
oh,
ready for a role.
he getting
Yeah.
he getting in his bag for a role.
Exactly. I'm like,
Mhm. Me
this
too.
movie about
And
to
then
be
she
good.
said, she
He's
said,
really
yeah,
into
people
it.
were making fun of him. I'm like,
yeah. They were
what?
making fun
Yeah.
of
Like-
him. Yep.
We live in a cruel world, and then he passes. now everybody wants to shed a tear. But I remember that time when they was making fun of him. I'm like, yo, they tripped. This man is a great actor.
I'm like, he's working on a role. Like, what's there to make fun of? And she was like, yeah, they was just in his comments just talking bad about him. I'm like, see.
When it happened, I was so scared to tell my son. Because he's a huge Black Panther fan, right?
Yeah.
And I was confused. I didn't know what to say. And then he came out. He said, he seen him on the news. He was like, oh, Daddy, Black Panther died. And I was like, because I didn't want to tell him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But these kids pay attention to so much.
They do.
He knew the news before, you know what I'm saying? Man.
Just retire the role and bring back Killmonger. I don't want to see another Black Panther. Let Black Panther ride out to the sunset and find his dad and leave it at that.
I'm here for it.
I'm always here for anything.
I'm here for it, but don't cheese it out.
Yeah, don't. We don't want to
cheese it out.
Actually make it
make her good. Make her, fight and all that. I want to see.
And I think they did start it off well with the first, like with the movie itself, like just the women empowerment that they have, and like us actually backing him and like really fighting for this man. So I think they have to keep that going.
Right.
Yeah, man. And Chadwick was a huge sports fan.
Yeah.
I seen him take pictures with everybody from Kobe,
right,
to all of the greats, actually. So, man, once again, we lost a hero, man. Our condolences to his family, to his fans. Of course, we're all fans.
Right.
Man, that's a tough one. You lose two superheroes in 1 year, right?
That's tough.
You know what I mean? So, but on a positive note, moving forward, LaMelo Ball made some shocking, sent little shockwaves through the NBA and just the sports world. He signed with Puma. We talked about it previously on an episode before, but we're gonna tap into it a little bit more. Me personally, I know that his signing of Puma has something to do with him being represented by Roc Nation.
Yeah.
Roc Nation, I believe, is going to push all their athletes that are not signed to Puma because of Jay-Z backing Puma right now, and that whole deal. So, we got into that conversation of what would you do? Would you sign with Puma? Or would you sign with Nike or whatever? And of course, you gonna roll with Nike. Both of y'all are rolling with Nike.
I'm rolling with Nike.
I mean, but I would, like knowing if Roc Nation, I'm with them.
Yeah.
Like I would question their reasoning behind me wanting to go with Puma.
Right.
Like, are y'all just got a connection thing going on? Like, what am I getting out of it? What am I really getting out of it?
I'm not into conflict of interest. And to me, that's a conflict of interest. Is that what deal do you as Roc Nation have with Puma? Do y'all have a deal together to where they're getting a cut of what?
Yeah.
Because if that's the deal, no, I don't. Then
like, was it just an easy thing? Like, I want you to work for me. And that's always my thing. Like, I need you to put in some work. So I know it's going to be easy for you to go to Puma.
Yeah, because I know Puma's...
Like, it's hard to go to Nike.
Right.
It's hard to go to Adidas.
Puma's next big, thing they're trying to push is Kuzmania. That's the next drop they're doing. Yeah. So if they're putting all this behind Kuzmania and they're just starting, his T-shirts are real dope, what are you going to do for LaMelo?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, LaMelo is a star within himself already before he's even touched the court. Sure. His influence is major.
But one thing you got to remember is the GOAT of kids is coming back next season. And Steph.
Yeah.
You got to remember, when Steph drops sneakers, all the kids wear Steph's.
And I wonder, with Melo playing overseas, are they thinking they're going to tap into that market?
That's what they're thinking.
You know what I mean? Because that's a huge market. That's why a lot of NBA players are going, overseas in China and selling their yeah. So I'm wondering if that has something to do with it and tapping, because I don't remember seeing Puma a lot.
I just don't see him. If he made a name for himself, then signed with Puma would be one thing. But starting off with Puma, is a totally it's another situation.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I just don't see how Puma is gonna get his name out there.
Mm-hmm.
man, Puma got something up their sleeve, man.
They have to.
They better.
They have
They
to.
better.
Wait, do they have a connection? Is there a connection with Big Baller Brand, or what is that?
That's what there was. That was a rumor, but I haven't seen anything
I'm
legit
wondering.
saying Big Baller Brand. And
yeah, but I haven't heard anything. I just straight Puma.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But I'm thinking like Rock Nation can push you towards Puma, but it's still up to your decision. It's still your decision because
if you know no better.
But look, DeMarcus Cousins, right? He was with Nike, right? Then when he signed with Rock Nation to represent him, he went to Puma. KD, he had an option when he signed with Rock Nation too. You know they represent him too, but, and he stayed with Nike. He got a huge deal.
Oh, because he knows better.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, AD is
AD's with Clutch.
No, he's with Clutch. He's with Clutch.
But you got to remember that, like you name people who already established themselves.
For sure. Like you always
DeMarcus already had a Nike contract.
Yeah.
So he can make that type of leap.
Yeah. But like I say, it's a new kid. He's hot, he's fresh. It's a big pickup for Puma.
Yeah, huge.
Without a doubt. You know what I'm saying?
I just hope they really do something.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I hope they roll something out, like something more than just commercials and a few events. Yeah. Like they got to do something.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at the couple Pumas that I've seen drop recently, like the J. Cole joints. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're not bad, man.
They're not bad, but I wouldn't rock them.
From
like they need Puma has some growing up to do.
Yeah,
like. Yeah. If you want to compete with the big boys, you got to start.
Sure. Mm-hmm. And how long have they been making basketball shoes?
They just started.
Like they just, you know what I mean? Like
3 years ago.
Yeah, with that first one.
You know how we talked about like Nike and Adidas, like
the evolution.
Yeah, and how they interchange designers all the time. Mm-hmm. Somebody eventually is going to go to Puma,
right?
And then I think, or they're going to pick up some kids that have learned under Nike or learned under Adidas, and they can bring that knowledge over
for sure.
And
as
like
long
change
as it
the
doesn't
game.
Look like Nikes,
or
Adidas, they have a chance. If they bring those same Nike Adidas concepts to Puma, Puma's just gonna be what they are.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, I like what Converse is doing. I like it. The low top shoes I've been seeing Shea wear. Like I like it.
Of course you do. It's Nike.
Yeah,
it is.
Nike.
I
was about to say they under Nike.
It's Nike.
It's fresh, man. I can't lie. I just like what they doing over there. The basketball shoe looks dope. It's low cut, like a Kobe.
It's super low cut.
Yeah, super low cut, and the colorways and just like I said, the people that the Converse is putting on their rosters.
They're
really letting them.
They're going for like the edgy superstars like Shea. You got what's his name? Kelly Oubre.
Kelly, my God. We forgot about Kelly. We were talking about the Flies. And
Kelly Oubre be up there
Kelly,
too. Yeah,
he one of the ones, bro.
Kelly in that Westbrook
he is.
Yeah,
he is.
It's like they have a fan, a big windmill fan for
like
when
Beyonce.
Like
he always
all the time when he walks in.
But why your skin so good?
Yeah, man.
All the time.
He is doing it. But another thing that I wanted to talk about was the upcoming releases for Nike shoes. Okay, so when Nike has their biggest players such as LeBron, let's just talk about LeBron, Kyrie, Kobe, KD, right? You remember how they used to do the Christmas drop, the All-Star drop? They went away from that. Black History Month, they kind of went away from those things.
They had Black History Month this year.
They did?
Yeah. It wasn't as big.
It wasn't as big.
It's like
and I haven't liked the Black History Month drop since that year they dropped the ones.
Which one?
It was maybe like 2008. Ever since then, I think they've been kind of
2008.
yeah.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
they've been
While ago.
cheesy after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
I-
you don't
I
have
would-
to throw kente cloth on
Yeah,
everything.
on
that
everything,
says,
like,
that
how
says
is it-
Black
yeah.
history.
I
That
get
makes
that.
sense.
Yeah, you
that
don't have
makes
to do
sense.
that.
I get that.
Yeah.
So I wonder why the hype. Like, why did they take away the Christmas joints? Like, I used to look forward to like the Christmas joints of big Nike players. You know, just them playing on Christmas time. Them playing on Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Those Christmas kids. What do you got on? What
The
do you got
Grinch,
on?
when Kobe dropped them Grinches
Oh,
on Christmas,
God.
God, those
What
were
is
sick.
so bad?
that
Yo,
hurt my
Kobe.
heart.
Yo,
Oh.
The
that
Grinch
was-
is supposed to come out this year again,
Yes,
yeah, I
they
heard.
are.
but I don't know how Nike. I'm gonna look into the
Lord,
camera when I say
let me
this.
get these Grinches
Yeah,
because I
You're
was
going to have
hurt
to
the
do
first
something
time.
about the app as well as you're gonna have to
Please.
mass produce the Grinch. Let everybody
Nah,
let
those-
everybody have them.
Nah, those Grinches got to go down in like Shoe Hall of Fame.
Man,
Nah, for real.
Got
Nah,
to.
I'm
when he
thinking
stepped on
about
the court that day, I was like, "What in the hell is on his
Yeah.
feet?"
yeah,
Man,
those
those were sick.
to go along with what's that All-Star drop that everything went crazy.
The Galaxy drop.
The Galaxy drop.
So
Yo, everything was bananas.
everything.
Mhm.
Everything was
Mhm.
bananas. But yeah, I just missed that. I just missed that hype surrounding those
Yeah.
particular holidays, even Easter, because
Exactly.
it
Yeah.
reminds me of the Easter fours.
The Easter Forge. Remember the
KD.
Easter, all the Easter Air Forces.
Mhm.
Now they don't even. Now they do come out,
Mhm.
but they don't drop on Easter for some reason.
Yeah,
I
you're
think
right.
they just realize that people will spend their money at any time of
Anytime.
the year.
Regardless,
There's
yeah.
always something going on,
Yeah.
especially right now
Right.
with everybody being at home. They're just dropping stuff left
Yeah.
and right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they just realize like we don't have to wait till December to
Right.
put these out. We
Yeah,
don't have
right.
to wait till these certain holidays. If there's hype behind it because of this younger generation and
Yeah.
how they're buying and selling
They
and
just
doing what they're
buying
doing,
It's
because of them, like now it's just a free for all. It's
Yeah.
just like let me
It's
let
chaos.
me just let
It
me
is
just
chaos.
put something out here and see if there's some hype, and
Mhm.
then we're gonna drop it.
Yeah.
just
yeah.
look at your sneakers app
Mhm.
and go through the calendar.
Mhm.
It's chaos. Every day
Yeah.
something is being added to
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
calendar.
No doubt.
Back in the day, you get the East Bay,
Mhm.
Yeah,
and then you knew exactly when stuff was
Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
out. Now
Yeah.
it's just all over the place, and
Yeah.
you don't know where to start. Now you look at a shoe, for example, like them ISP Nikes.
Mhm.
You look at the shoe, you're like, man, I don't want these. And then you go to StockX and you see that they're going for $700.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So people go to StockX first to see if they want to
yeah.
buy a shoe
Mm-hmm.
just so they can resell it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not because they actually like the shoe or love the shoe. It's
Mhm.
man, we're in different times.
Yeah, for sneakers for sure. I mean, my last couple of sneakers, I've actually paid resale price for them. I
Yeah.
brought the Kentucky Blue Dunks
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
resale,
Right.
but I had to have them in my
Right.
collection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm about to make a purchase on the Barclays,
Okay.
the '94 Barclays,
Mhm.
purple and black. So yeah, man. One last thing before we get out of here, I know confirmed drop is the Jordan 11.
Mhm.
Is that
The
that's the
anniversary.
anniversary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
joints?
With say Jordan on the eyelets.
Yeah, those suck.
I don't like that part of it.
That suck, man.
Yeah.
Why they do that, man?
A lot of people like it.
I can't.
I don't.
man.
That's the part of the shoe I don't feel like, and I think I'm leavened out.
Mm-hmm.
You are.
Yeah, I think I'm
I
leavened
can't
out.
lie. I'm probably in that same boat because I let my black and white patent leathers go.
Oh no, that was classic. You got to keep them in rotation.
Yeah, I let them go. I did. I let them go. I think I sold them for like $800-900.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
nah.
At least you
Yeah.
made some money.
Yeah, I made a little money.
I think I'm leavened out. I think until he maybe brings
Carolina. I
back,
grabbed them.
maybe he brings back the Space Jams again.
Mm.
I'm tired
Maybe.
of those.
But other than that, like I'm leavened out.
I'm 11 out.
Yeah.
What'd you think of them? That eyelid sucks to me, man.
I mean, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just like I got what I want,
Yeah.
so I'm okay. I'm gonna look at them, and I'll probably help. You know, my family, any of my cousins and their
Mhm.
kids try
Yeah.
to get whatever they need.
But
But
then-
Yeah.
that's it.
A lot of
That's-
people love them though. It's just not high on my list.
Yeah.
I just think like, okay, I have them 97, them ones that came out 2016.
Mhm.
Now, if they drop them cool gray with the
the
with
cool grays are coming out.
with
Cool
the
gray.
mesh, but I want the cool gray with the mesh.
Oh, with the mesh.
They're gonna do something. They got some up their
Because the-
sleeve.
But I know the cool grays are returning. They said it.
They
so
did.
if it's the mesh one that what's the name? Jason Tatum had,
Mm-hmm.
because those weren't the regular cool gray. Because you know the regular cool gray is not mesh; it's actual not patent leather, but suede.
Okay.
They're gonna drop the mesh like the black and white, the Concords.
Okay.
You know that mesh
Yeah.
material.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
they drop those, okay, give me cool grays.
All right. Well, before we get out of here, of course, we got to go around and check what we wearing today. So, Steph, what you got on today?
I got the Yeezy 700. These
Mhm.
are the V2s, I think.
I love the V2.
These are so comfortable.
Yeah, man. I
I
got
got them like 4 colors.
Yeah. What colors? What colors do you have?
These I have. What is that? It's like blue, like blue and orange.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
I think there's like all black.
Mm-hmm.
There's
The
one
all black
other
pair
color.
slept on.
Yes.
Yeah, because I got the all silver ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, and those go with anything. I'll make sure I keep those clean.
Yeah.
I have on a Jordan Delta Breeze. So this is a shoe that I had seen Carmelo wear. I seen somebody wearing before him though.
It's all the Jordan brand players are wearing those.
But I was
Mhm.
like, yo, people sleep on these. This
Yeah,
is
they
one of the
look
most comfortable shoes I have ever worn. And I'm a person who likes to throw on like an everyday shoe. This become my everyday shoe. So yeah, it's called a Jordan Delta Breathe. And if you go on Nike.com right now, I think they just restocked them and they like 120, 130.
Mhm.
So they dope. And they got React in them too.
Goodbye.
They know
So
they
React
come-
is good for working out. So
right.
Yeah.
what you got, Bola?
I got the Jordan 1 mid, blue to greats,
Mids. Those
Yeah.
are hard, bro.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite shoes because of the corduroy, the different
Mhm.
leathers on it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love those.
Detail.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
So yeah. This has been episode 11 of the Laced Up Podcast. Until next time, we out.
Yes, sir.